My name is Joseph Watson. I was born in Las Vegas, Nevada. As everybody knows, it's called Sin City. My mom was very allured into that lifestyle, so she really wasn't there often. She was out a lot gambling, and she was in addiction. I never met my father. I lived with my grandparents, so we ended up moving to Colorado when I was 13. That's where I really started experimenting in things that I really shouldn't be doing, like drinking and smoking. And after high school, went to college for 1 year, but through that time period, I developed an addiction to opiates. I just felt empty inside, so I just went back to what I knew, what was easy. Around that time, my grandfather moved to South Carolina, so I ended up following along. I thought if I changed the scene, I would make things better, but my troubles were still there because I was the trouble. Addiction kept right alongside me and just lost to the world. It led to encounters with law enforcement. I caught a felony charge for burglary and got sentenced to 10 years in prison. This time, I just didn't see a possible way in my mind that I can get out. But one day, my sister let me know that she and an attorney were working to get me help. So we went to court and we got a bond to go to rehab. It was an opportunity that I realized I just couldn't pass up. I came to Greenville, South Carolina from Charleston. I was admitted into Miracle Hill Overcomers.
My name is Willis James. I'm from Hartsville, South Carolina. My dad was a pastor. He had an affair on his wife with my mom and had me. And so many people said I was a child of adultery. People in my city that hated me because of the way I was born. Even my mom, she didn't care too much for me, but my dad did. He tried his best to be there for me up until the point where I was 12 years old. I got in some trouble at school. For some reason that day, it was like something snapped. He started to chase me. Next thing I know, I was on the ground. He was all over me. He was kicking me. The neighbor had to stop it, and he ended up putting me in the trunk of the car and driving off with me. Nobody called the police. Nobody did nothing about it. I felt like he was the only person that cared about me. Up until that point, everything changed. My whole life changed. I had resentments from that for a long time, and it stayed with me as I grew up. I started hanging out with the wrong crowd. I started smoking weed, drinking. One evening, I was drinking, and I was going to the store to get some more beers. I got in an altercation with this guy at the store. We got in a fight, and all that pain that I held on to, I released it on that guy. And so I ended up locked up. I had the opportunity to reduce my sentence if I went to a drug rehab. So I was writing all these rehabs and basically trying to get time cut short. And the one that wrote back was Miracle Hill. After getting out of jail for the assault charges, went straight to Miracle Hill, and some time passed. I was going through the program, and that day forward, it was just like a big HOH every day. And there was interns at Homes of Hope that would come and visit.
These guys at Homes of Hope just looked like they had found something. You just see joy on their face. I knew I wanted that.
Steve, the director, would come preach every Wednesday. It's not for him, it's for us. That's love, man. That's love. That's the heart of God right there. So I knew I had to take a leap of faith and apply.
So I put in my application. I had my interview with Steve. We sat down. He looks at me and says, he's like, why do you want to be here?
Steve want to know, is God in this or it's all you? And that's the first thing I had to tell him. I've been led. I feel like God is leading me here.
And he says, okay, I've got a spot left and I'll save it for you.
When I've been accepted, it's like, yeah, I'm taking a journey. I don't know where it's going to lead me, but I'm going.
Pulled up at Gideon's house at 7 in the morning. That's where all the interns live for a full year. It's beautiful, first of all. You got big rooms, tables to sit down and study. You got a library. It's just such an amazing place to be.
The daily life at Gideon's house, wake up in the morning, first thing we do is devotion.
It just starts your day off the way it was meant to be, for you to be in fellowship with one another.
Being so alone in my life, at times, I felt that I wasn't alone.
That to me is the biggest thing. That time before the busyness of the day kicks in and we head out to the training center. At Homes of Hope, we were taught from the ground up the process of a house being built, through the foundation, the framing, then you got your mechanicals, plumbing, electric, all the way to the finished product.
Not just one trade, I'm talking about 10 different things I would have never known. I learned it so quickly because I have mentors. They teach us not just to get on by with the job, it's the soft skills, to be on time, to be respectful. That's going to get us far.
9 months in, I had the opportunity to go to work phase here. I got a call from an electrical company called Viper Electric. Graduated Homes of Hope, went full-time at Viper Electric. Since then, we rebranded to Viper Services. I've been able to move up in Viper. I'm considered an acting foreman now. I run remodel jobs, so we go into a house, we talk with the client and make their dreams a reality. I work with guys that graduated Homes of Hope and even some that are about to graduate.
I graduate from Homes of Hope in a couple weeks, and then I'll be working for Viper.
They're just like good men in my life, and they would be quick to tell you that the teaching and the foundation of Homes of Hope has really carried over to the workforce at Viper. For the donors and all your donations, I personally just want to say thank you, because your hard work will be going to something that is doing the most good for other lives to be impacted. And you can see like tangible things just happening. Actually, now behind me is the annex that is going to be housing 4 more guys. I remember we had the groundbreaking ceremony out here, and it was just a little patch of dirt. So when I look at this beautiful building right here, just to know that it's gonna help 4 more lives, like, there's so much value in one life. And again, through your donations, through people I never even met, you've really done a lot for me and for many other guys to come out and to be in society. And then maybe one day they can build up their family to reciprocate that, so to speak, good. And we just thank you so much for everything that you've done.
I feel like I can't fail with what the people we got in our corner. And what I realized behind the scenes, they don't see it. It almost brings us to tears how much the donors of Homes of Hope cares about us. And it's hard to believe and hard to understand, but this opportunity that you gave me, it's like a choice between life and death. I choose to live.